This is Kelso Sturgeon. Thank you for joining me another day at my College of Advanced Sports Handicapping. Today primarily talking about college basketball with a touch of the NBA and a couple of words about the NFL divisional games that will be played this weekend. But let's get to tonight first of all. Here's the basketball betting menu for tonight. I'm releasing a 50-unit play on an underdog that I give a legitimate chance to win straight up. This is a big underdog, confident of the cover, and will not be surprised if this team wins straight up. Once again, highlight of the night's basketball plays, a 50-unit game, a 50-unit underdog that I give a legitimate chance to win straight up. That game is available right now on this website and toll-free at 1-800-755-2255. My Best Bets Club coming out tonight with 3 games, highlighted by a 15-unit play on the Ohio State at the Michigan State game. It's on national television, ESPN. Figures to be one of the best basketball games of the season thus far. Ohio State and Michigan State highlighting a 3-0 Best Bets package, just $15, also available on this site and toll-free at 1-800-755-2255. And then last but not least, a 25-unit bounce-back play in the NBA. Have been very successful with these bounce-back NBA plays this season. Intend to get the money in a big way tonight. Once again, all games available on this website and toll-free 1-800-755-2255. Now let's get into a few details about basketball because I think some strange things are happening. First of all, let's just run down a couple of things. You know, tonight and tomorrow night are tremendous basketball nights. I mean, the schedule is unreal. We've got several televised marquee matchups tonight, Tuesday night. On Wednesday night, we've got 3 just absolutely knockout games. Kansas at Oklahoma. Texas at Oklahoma State, Boise State at San Diego State. And by the way, the highlight of tomorrow's plays will be a 50-unit NBA release. Expect to get the money with a certain degree of ease also. Now, you know, there's 5 unbeaten teams left in college football. Wisconsin is 15-0. Ohio State 15-0. Wichita State 15-0. Arizona State 15-0. Syracuse 14-0. And Iowa State in action tonight, 13-0. And by the way, we have one team that's not won a game this season. Cornell, 0-14, has lost 19 straight dating back to last season. But you know, in analyzing the college and the NBA, a couple of things came to mind, and I think you should pay particular attention to this. You know, we've got the Indiana Pacers. We know they're probably the best team in the NBA. We have the Phoenix Suns, who are playing much better than anybody expected. Now, keep in mind, now I want you to relate these 2 teams to these figures. The Indiana Pacers and the Phoenix Suns are a combined 46-18-1 against the spread this season, and that means that they're covering in 72% of their games. You might want to pay attention. Once again, the Pacers and the Suns covering 72% of the time this season. But that's nothing compared to what's going on in the colleges. You know, I think that line makers and college bettors are really stuck in the past. I mean, they're not up to date on what's happening this season. We've got 4 outstanding teams. Get this now. They are 67-2 straight up. 42-16 against the number, 2 pushes in there, also covering 72% of the time. Think about it. 4 college basketball teams that are 67-2, 42-16-2 against the number, 72% winners, and nobody is paying attention. It's just, and by the way, I'll name those teams today in my column on this website with a little detail about each one. But just remember, you know, sometimes betting on a winner is as simple as following the facts and the facts alone. 72% winners with 2 teams in the NBA, 72% covers with 4 teams in college basketball. Once again, this will be played in more detail on my website today. Now, injury reports tonight, and these I think are very, very important. In the NBA tonight, for Cleveland, which is hosting Philadelphia, guard Kyrie Irving, who averages 22 points a game, is questionable tonight because of a knee injury. New Orleans is going to be without forward Ryan Anderson, who averages 19 points a game indefinitely. Has a very painful stinger. And you know the Chicago Bulls traded Luol Deng, 19 points, 6.8 rebounds per game, to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And also, you know, tonight Chicago hosts the Phoenix Suns. Forward Carlos Boozer, 14 points a game, 8 rebounds per game, is questionable because of a knee injury. And there's a good possibility that Miami is going to rest guard Dwayne Wade tonight against New Orleans. Just keep that in mind. The injuries count. In college basketball tonight, the injury report is short but important. Houston, hosting Cincinnati, will most likely be without guard L.J. Rose, a foot injury. He averaged 10 points and 5 assists per game. Very important part of their offense. Virginia Tech, guard Adam Smith, 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, is downgraded to doubtful tonight against Syracuse. Forward C.J. Barksdale, also Virginia Tech, 8 points a game, 5 rebounds a game, questionable tonight because of an ankle injury. So Virginia Tech may take the floor quite shorthanded tonight against Syracuse. It's something to keep in mind. Now, you know, it's not too early to talk about the injury reports in these NFL games on Sunday. For Carolina, very glad the Panthers are to have back wide receiver Steve Smith, who has been suffering from a knee injury. The Denver Broncos are even more delighted to have back wide receiver Wes Welker, a key man in their offense. San Diego, which is at Denver, running back Ryan Matthews, who was injured in the last game, is questionable Sunday. If Matthews doesn't go, it's a tremendous blow to the Chargers. He's rushed for 1,255 yards this season, 7 touchdowns, 26 pass receptions, a key part of their operation. And last but not least, just go through the betting lines on these games that are coming up in the NFL on Sunday. On Saturday, New Orleans at Seattle. Right now, the Seattle Seahawks 7.5. Some places 8, with a total of 47.5. We have Indianapolis at New England. New England 7.5 and 53. San Francisco at Carolina. San Francisco is 2, total of 42. San Diego at Denver. And by the way, this seems to be an enormous line to me. Denver is at 9.5 in some places, 10 in others. The total is 55. We'll discuss more about that later. Now, I appreciate very much you watching today. I'll be back here on Thursday morning with a basketball, football report. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you then. Good luck, and let's go get the money.